Hey guys, it's Megan, and I am here today to review Ironheart, episode 1 through 3, and I gotta say, I really liked it. The people who are saying that it's trash, that it looks horrible, that they really didn't give any real complaints, like the CGI, or it's poorly written. They didn't say anything like that. They just kind of said it was trash. There's no way they watched this show. There's absolutely no way. It is very solid. Very, very solid. You can't watch episode 3 and not think that. Like, it has everything. It has heart. It has emotion. The people in the show are dropping like flies. Spoiler warning. Stuart Clark, he's dead. But it's interesting. Eric Andre, he plays Stuart Clark. I don't think many people didn't know he was going to be in the show, but I think it was confirmed like a week ago. But, so, he's a tech wizard who prefers to go by Rampage, but no one else prefers to call him that, so, whatever. Rampage is actually a character from the comics. He once served as tech support to the Punisher, so that's kind of cool, right? What I really liked about the show was how many different little Easter eggs they had connecting the show to the wider MCU and to the comics, too. Like, when Riri gives that little glitchy AI... Trevor, I believe, her student ID, it's 30216RW. March 2nd, 2016 was Riri's first appearance in the original comics with Invincible Iron Man number 7. So that was kind of cool. There's so many little things to like, but the show itself was really well done. I cannot believe they were just sitting on this. Like, another reference. We got a Madge Report reference with Slug. Also, I think Slug might be my favorite character, so there's that. The Blood siblings, who seem to be inspired by the Blood brothers from the comics. What I do really love is how comic accurate they have made the Hood. As far as powers go, we don't know our origin in the MCU. It does seem like a rather dark entity did start him, as we saw at the end of episode 3, where the dark entity shows him that Riri actually was responsible for the death of John, which is interesting. Like, Riri's not gonna kill you. She is not a killer, but she will not help you. But I think that was more Natalie than anything else. But, I mean, who can blame the two? He was trying to kill her, so whatever. But, like, the powers of the Hood, they come straight out of the comics. Like, with the Hood allowing him to turn invisible as long as he holds his breath. That was cool. And the curved bullets from his twin pistols. Very cool. But the only difference in the powers, it seems, is that they're only being reliant on the Hood, not the Hood and boots from the comics, which I don't care. I don't care. I'm not trying to look at Anthony Ramos's feet, so wearing boots, obviously. But, I mean, the Hood, I think the Hood's enough. The Hood makes sense. The Hood is fine. But we know some big reveal with the Hood is coming, especially with Clown telling Riri that she heard that Parker got his Hood by wrestling it off a demon, which is a reference to Hood's comic history, where Parker did indeed get his magical Hood from a demon-like villain that actually ended up possessing him. You may know this villain. You may have heard of him. His name is Dormamu. He's kind of a big deal in these parts. And if you haven't heard of him, then you didn't watch Doctor Strange, and that's all right too. But we keep seeing these references to a dark entity, and I'm sure it's not Dormammu. It's probably Mephisto, especially since Sacha Baron Cohen is confirmed to be in the show, which we have not seen yet. There was that leak that showed him as Mephisto allegedly in the show. Until I see it in the show, I'm going to say it was fake, because I've just been taken for a ride too many times. But something interesting to think about, towards the end of episode 2, where Riri is talking to Natalie outside after the heist, there's a poster behind Riri with the name Faust on it. Faust is the name of a play about a man who sells his soul to the devil. What was the devil's name, you ask Megan? Well, I have an answer for you. Mephistopheles, which is long for Mephisto. So still more references coming to him. Another thing, while there was comic references, I really liked the bigger MCU references. One that's not bigger, but I really thought it was really funny, was one that Sam Wilson would be so proud of. Riri echoes Sam Wilson when she says his aliens, androids, and wizards line, the big three threats in the MCU, according to Sam Wilson. I just think there has to be more than that, my man. But whatever. But with all that, there's also so many ties to Iron Man, which I think we all knew was gonna happen because it's Ironheart. Like, also the fact that they say Iron Girl, Iron Chick, that proves that she's never said her name anywhere in the MCU yet, so she hasn't really given herself the name Ironheart, which is all right. I'm interested to see if they actually do that in the show. But anyways, back to what I was saying. There's so many ties to Tony Stark. Like right at the beginning, she talks about continuing Stark's legacy. And then when she's talking to John, she says that Stark did contribute a lot to the communities, the tech communities. But she also acts like she doesn't like Stark. So I kind of want to know a lot of tea there. But there's a lot of talk about the grant that Tony Stark gave to MIT during Captain America Civil War, especially with the professor who wanted to fund his self-heating hot dog idea, which was, I'd like to explore that idea a lot. But moving on. Like with even Natalie. In the comics, Riri's AI was patterned after the brain of the man, the myth, the legend, Iron Man, right? So when Natalie forms herself into the AI and says, who else would it be? Well, Natalie, it could have been Tony Stark. I actually love that it's not Tony Stark. I love that it's Natalie because this adds so much depth, such a big dynamic in it that I think Riri really needs as a character because she's grieving. You saw it. We all saw it. She has trauma, and this is helping her. But while we're talking about Natalie, Riri, in her sleep, made an AI with a freaking soul. Tony Stark could never. Ultron could never. Jarvis who? We have Natalie now. Natalie is the only AI I care to see. Natalie is just phenomenal. I love it. I love Natalie. And I love the actress that plays her. I really liked her in This Is Us. She's so funny in this one. When she said, "How sway?" I died. I'm having so much fun with Natalie. It's fantastic. So I guess we can't not talk about the big reveal, who Joe is. Like, this whole time I was like, Joe is so sus. He is so dweeby. What is going on? What are we supposed to do with Joe? And then turns out Riri finds the ashes of Obadiah Stane in Joe's house, the MCU's first ever villain in Iron Man. That's bananas. Joe took a fake name and kept his past a secret. His name is actually Ezekiel Stain, living the majority of his life off the grid, which does mirror his comics journey. At least until Ezekiel is ready to get revenge on Tony Stark, completely taking Iron Man by surprise. In the MCU, it does look like they want us to want Riri and Joe to be together. I think the show will be just fine without any romance whatsoever. I'm also not a liker of romance in movies. I'm good. I'm alright. But it does seem like they want some little dynamic there, which is fine. But it's just like, that's just such a weird connection there. It's another connection to Iron Man, which I thought was really brilliantly done. And the fact that Joe, Ezekiel, Zeke, whatever you want to call him, he was very aware of what killed his dad, and he died trying to kill Iron Man. It wasn't Iron Man killed my dad. Iron Man did this, did that. It was my dad was a killer. My dad was a bad guy, and I don't want people to know I'm a son. So that was interesting. But also, we got a name drop. Ezekiel refers to his father as an ironmonger, which is crazy. While Obadiah did refer to himself and Tony as ironmongers in 2008's Iron Man, this is the first time in like over 15 years that the comic's name has been attributed to Obadiah alone, and after his wild suit of armor that was created. That's nuts. Just all around nuts. Like, gosh, like the show was just so well done. I know there are people who don't like it, who hate it, who are review bombing it, and it's like, why? Just don't watch it. It doesn't hurt you. I like it. It's well done. The actors do fantastic. The acting is top tier. The writing is really well done. It's so modern. It's something I think a lot of us can relate to, at least some of the characters. I don't see the problem with it. I think it's really great. I mean, it is kind of really, really late. Marvel was sitting on this for a while, so it's like, is this the last we'll see Riri? Because Dominique Thorne did kind of hints, not really hints, but like kind of, she didn't deny it that she was going to be in one of the Avenger movies. She didn't say, no, I won't be there. I have no idea. They haven't asked. She said, I don't know, maybe. So it's like, she didn't say no. But at the same time, we've all been Garfielded before, so it's like, are we listening to any of these actors anymore? I guess pick the day, and I have a different stance on it. But anyways, so yeah, I really liked it. I'm happy with everything we got. I like seeing not Dominique Thorne. I like seeing Riri Williams go through this trauma, growing into her own. Also, can I say I love her mom? No one's talking about the mom, and the mom is so good. She's been through so much, but I died on the inside when she said, can you make one of Gary? This poor woman, she's just a sad widow. This poor woman. Come on, Riri, just like do one, make one for the team, take one for the team. That's the saying. Good Lord, take one for the team and make a Gary somehow. I don't know. I just want her mom to have everything nice in life. She's a good mom. So yeah, that's what I think about the first 3 episodes. I am so sorry. My thoughts were so random, but I'm just having such a busy day. I have so much to do today. So yeah. So let me know in the comments what you thought of Ironheart. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you check it out? Did you not even watch it? If you didn't watch it, why are you watching this video? Maybe it's like a spoiler. I like spoilers, so maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But with that being said, be sure to like and subscribe and have a marvelous day.